Yellow Cheesers, Luch here with another episode of 90. This is episode 2. Just a quick reminder, if you don't remember from the first episode, the whole idea of this series, me in detail going into these games, trying to get 90 EKIA combined, 90 EKIA. If you don't play Black Ops 4, that's basically like eliminations from Overwatch. If you don't play Overwatch, it's basically like kills plus assists combined, and we're trying to get 90. And remember, TDM goes up to 100. So getting 90 combined is pretty stupid, but that's what the series is about. That's what we're going for. That's the goal, and the series is pretty much going to go on until we hit that goal. So that's the idea there. So shout out to him for helping me with the series, playing these games. And again, I'm going to have different topics throughout all these videos. I'm just going to get right into this one. I wanted to do a tier list on the weapons in Black Ops 4. I don't recall exactly who suggested that. I feel like I may have been suggested that a few times. And I actually do still plan on doing that. I think I will do that. But I want to just quickly do my top 5. I want to do my top 5 for this video, maybe with a few honorable mentions as well. But yeah, let's get into it. So, at the number 5 spot, this is probably the most, I honestly think this is going to be the most surprising gun to anybody that I put on the list. I really do. Number 5, I actually put the MOG. And again, I just want to, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is public matches, right? This is not league play. This is not competitive. This is just purely public matches. Oh, one other thing, too. I should mention this. This is also not including the pay-to-win, sorry, the supply drop weapons. This is not including any of the supply drop weapons. I will include some of the post-launch weapons that were included in the tier system. I will include some of those if they are worthy of making the list. But the weapons that are purely based off the crates, not going to include any of those, even though some of them probably should be on the list, to be honest with you. Okay, so, again, the MOG. So, the MOG is a really good shotgun, and if you stack it out properly with the correct attachments, it can actually one-shot at a surprisingly far distance, and it's also surprisingly consistent at those one-shots. And even if you don't get the one-shots, if you know how to move around the map and use cover and stuff like that, you can still juke people really well with the MOG and make it really effective. You know, you can quick peek a corner, get like 140 damage off on someone, whereas they'll hit you with like 2 bullets, do maybe 70. So you're just going to be at an advantage. So yeah, if you're good at using the map to your advantage, and you're just good at using shotguns, staying up close, then the MOG is actually a really good gun. And even despite like the buffs and nerfs that it's gone through, it's still really effective. And the shotguns in general are really effective, but the one that I picked out as the most effective here, top 5 spot, is the MOG. So for the number 4 spot, I'm actually going to put the KN here. So the KN, I think, has been one of the most underrated guns since, I don't exactly remember when, maybe like January or February is when it started to get really fat buffs, and I swear there was a period of time where the KN was just getting buff after buff after buff. Like, every patch that came out, it felt like the KN would at least get like a slight buff every single time, and it just got better and better and better and better. And the gun was, by January or February, by like the first or second buff it got, it was already really good, and then they kept improving it. And it's still one of the most underrated guns and underused guns in this game. People don't really give the KN the amount of attention that it deserves with how effective it is. I mean, it's arguably the best all-around. I would say, I wouldn't even argue it, I would say the KN is the best all-around AR in pubs at this point in Black Ops 4. It has a really fast time to kill up close, actually better than the Maddox, I believe, if you put rapid fire on it. I think it might even be better than the Maddox without rapid fire. So better than the Maddox up close in terms of time to kill, which is pretty nuts. And on top of that, it's also just got really good recoil. It's really easy to control. It's got a lot of different attachments. It has a really varied set of attachments, and it's really fun to use and really effective. So for number 3, I'm going to put the Grav. Sorry, it's kind of a fast gameplay. Number 3, I'm putting the Grav. So the Grav is a gun that they added, I believe, around May or June, and it's a gun that, of course, is based off the Black Ops 1 Galil loosely. At least the way it looks, the way it performs, I feel like I'd have to go back to Black Ops 1 to confirm, but I feel like the way it performs, it's not that similar. Which makes sense. I mean, it's a different game. It can't be the same. But the Grav is really effective, and the main reason why the Grav is so effective is it has the God combo of attachments, which is Grip 2 and Stock. When I realized that Grip 2 was a thing when this game first came out, I genuinely never thought I would see a gun that had Grip 2 and Stock as a combo. But here comes the Grav with Grip 2 and Stock, and it makes it a really effective gun. I would argue that it's better than the ICR now because you have that strafe speed. When you put grip 2, it's really consistent. It has some downsides. You know, the ADS is kind of slow, but once you get stock on it, you don't really want to be ADSing too often, or you're going to be ADSing before you go into a fight. But it's got really consistent damage, solid time to kill, and just that attachment combo is ridiculous. So I'm putting the Grav at number 3. Another kind of surprising pick here at number 2, the Auger. The Auger is one of the most overpowered guns in this game that gets used the least. If you put high cal 2 on it and you can be consistent with your upper chest shots, it's a 2-shot kill, and it shoots really fast, and it's way too effective for how surprisingly underused it is. So the Auger is like one of the most low-key picks here, but also one of the best. At number 1, I'm actually going to put the Switchblade. The Switchblade is just a really solid all-around SMG. Once you get Rapid Fire 2 for it, and then you can really put whatever other attachments you want on it. You just want Rapid Fire 2. Once you get Rapid Fire 2 on it, it's basically just a better SOG. Like, the only way that it's maybe worse than the SOG is in the recoil department, but it's not by a lot, and you can put grip on it, kind of reduce that, and once you get used to it, once you use it a lot, I think you can really figure out the recoil and have a really good time with this gun. It has one of the best feels of any SMG. It just kills super fast up close. It honestly can melt at range if you get used to that recoil. Similar to the KN in a way, it has a really wide variety of attachments, a really good set of attachments, but Rapid Fire 2 is the one that you're gonna really want on there. And yeah, just really fun to use, really effective, and hard to beat in the right hands. Now, expect a actual tier list for all the weapons in the future, but this is just going to give you guys a little taste of that. I hope you enjoyed that episode, as you can see at the end there. Not quite hitting the mark, but it was a good attempt. See you guys for episode 3. Thanks for watching.